StreamYard. Let me see. LinkedIn. Let me make sure. Hold on. We ain't live yet. What this shit say? StreamYard has access to LinkedIn
Nah,
account.
it's saying live. It's counting already.
Oh, we live. I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm on. Hey, welcome, welcome. How y'all doing out there, transaction engineers? Hope y'all out there kicking some butt and getting to the money, man. You ain't get to the money, taking care of your loved one. What you doing it for? Huh? I got live today, my brother from another mother, Lupi G, live in Colombia. The real estate business has been so good to him, he could be in Colombia for months and work from the comfort of his own condo. Lupi, how you doing, man?
Oh man, I'm doing excellent, brother. I'm doing excellent, man. Appreciate you having me on, man. This is an awesome opportunity again for us to be on live and talk about what's going on with real estate as well as doing it abroad. I think this may be a new one for you.
Yeah, man. This goes to show you, this goes to show anybody that you don't have to be in the US to do this. People are doing, I know people wholesaling houses that stay in Canada and they wholesaling houses in Georgia.
Mm,
So it just all depends on your mindset, really, and believing
right.
that you can get it done. Because a lot of people, it's all about your belief. And you gotta have a team now. Don't let me get it wrong. If you wholesaling land, if you're dealing with land, that's the most hands off. Because you don't really have to be around with land. With houses, you're gonna need some kind of boots on the ground eventually.
Yep.
Eventually, you're
Some
gonna
of
need
my
some kind of
biggest
boots
deals
on the
came
ground.
from land. A couple of my quite a few of my largest deals came from land as well. When I first got into the business, didn't really have to go look at the property. Of course, I went just to shoot some content because I want to, show my journey. But the land, those land deals require very little effort. It's just follow up, and getting the property at a price under what they're actually being sold for. Those are the ideal ways to sell, get the land and move that land fast. So, man, some of my largest deals came from land. A lot of people don't know what their land value is.
Yep. And they don't care. Most of them don't care. The majority of things we hear when we're dealing with land, man, I'm tired of paying these taxes.
Yep.
Because remember, if it's some dirt guys just sitting, and you're not doing anything with it, it's costing you. You see, it's costing, it's a liability. Now, if you got somebody out there farming you, paying you to stay out there, or something going on where you make some money, then it's an asset. But to most people, I'll say about 90% of the owners that have land that haven't sold it, it's a liability. Most of them,
Mhm.
they're just sitting on it, paying taxes after taxes after taxes. A lot of people, thought they was gonna build on it. Something came up, they never got back around to it.
Or waiting to
So
see what this area gonna do, or waiting to see what's up and coming with that area and all that stuff, man. And then they end up over the years paying way more than what the property is actually worth, and they just been paying on that land forever and never appreciate. So I've been seeing that with a couple pieces of property lately, as well. I was referred to a couple people, but they was in a certain city that hasn't been progressing like that. So yeah, it's up for those type of property owners.
so what are you currently doing now out there, Luke? What are
Really,
you currently working on, like for your last, let's say, 6 months? You and your team, what kind of deals have y'all been working on?
the past 6 months, it was working with pre foreclosures. Got a couple of pre foreclosures, and this was after I had well, it wasn't even a bad experience. It was a very healthy learning experience with that land deal we did the live on. And
Oh,
during that time, when I was dealing with that particular issue, with the land fraud, if y'all didn't watch that, y'all better go watch that live because that was a very informative live as well because that's
oh
still in
my
play
God.
right now.
Yeah.
So I would suggest y'all go watch that nightmare land video that I did with brother Eddie, Mr. Transaction Engineer, because that was a lot of valuable information that transpired. But during that time, I was working with a lady with a foreclosure. She was going through a pre foreclosure, and we actually purchased the property subject to. So it was a subject to deal. I learned how to stop the foreclosures in a very unique manner and postpone it, and also bring the property current because it was behind like 18,000. I was able to learn how to bring it current using OPM, which is other people's money. And basically, it was from a government funding program, and that skill set alone allowed me to take my game to the next level, of course. And I was able to help someone that was near and dear to my heart with their property. Someone that raised me. So I actually had the opportunity to pick up a new skill set and quickly was able to apply it to someone else. Someone that was family, and that right there made a difference within my last 6 months. Which led me to actually being here in Colombia. To stepping it up some more.
Man, so how is it over there in Colombia? What would you
Huh?
rate it from 1 to 10?
Oh, man. I don't like like I'm from Houston, Texas, and I'm from the U.S., man. But the U.S. is probably about a good six and a half to me now. Colombia's
Uh,
like a yeah, Colombia's like a 8.5, creeping up on 9. I know when I go to this other country sometime soon, they might be a 9 or going close to 10. So I don't want to put Colombia too far up there, knowing that it's a couple other places that I'm really quite sure is going to be better than this. But with the cost of living and the quality of life here is definitely totally different than the U.S. And I'm not bashing the U.S., but shit out here, man. The quality of life is a whole lot better. The cost of living is a lot cheaper, and the U.S. dollar travels a long way out here. So yeah.
so you said you had a chef out there, man. Tell us a little bit about the chef. How much the chef charge you to come out there and cook up some stuff?
Oh yeah, so I just had my 41st birthday last week, December 13th. Man, I had my birthday. Man, it was super cool. Had a private chef, man, to come through for like $40. It was $40 per person, and yeah, so I had her to come through, and it was pretty, like, it was real intimate because it was just me and her. I was just kicking my feet up, chilling. I wanted to enjoy the experience and things like that. $40 for 3 hours, and then it was a three-course meal. You get an appetizer, entree, and a dessert, which I got a chocolate cake with
Wow.
strawberries and stuff. Man, you really can't you really can't beat that. And of course, you know it, but I'm on a plant-based lifestyle, so I don't eat any animal products. So she was able to accommodate that as well. She was cute, nice, very friendly. You know what I'm saying? And
Wow.
she came in here very professional and whipped the meal up, and got up out of here, man. $40, man. You really can't beat that for a private chef. I don't even think I ever looked for a private chef in the U.S. Right, just to come through for a few hours. I know what it costs.
You dang sure wouldn't get it for $40. I can tell you that.
Three-course meal, no, you can't even. You spending that on one meal for Uber. I mean, from Grubhub or something, depending on what restaurant.
So look, back to the money. You've been dealing with the pre-foreclosures.
Yeah, yeah.
And you got a program that you work with to bring them current, right?
Yeah. Basically, every state has a program, and this is post pandemic. So um, anyone that uh, became behind on their note after January 21st of 2020 could possibly be eligible for this program. It's in every state. Every state is different, so every state has different stipulations to qualify. Uh, they also pay behind utilities, things like that as well. Of course, being someone that's not the property owner, of course, you do have to have documents and things like that you would need in place. That way, you can discuss things with these organizations, because it is an organization that you have to deal with, as well as some other things that takes place. You would actually need to have particular documents that way you can show that you have control of the entire situation, or else you won't get positive feedback. So that is very important. but being able to work with this company in particular, because I'm in Texas, it was pretty smooth. It was I wouldn't say it was a lengthy process. It took a little while. It took about a month and a half or something like that, but that gave me more than enough time to find a buyer, and I think that was very important. And then these were not ugly houses as well. So big shout out to you. I appreciate you. I love you, man. I've been knowing you about 5 years now. I've been knowing of you about 6 years. But you the one that turned me out on the pretty houses, man. And picking up this skill set right here, I automatically knew what to do once I got full control and possession of the property. Being able to take it over subject to. So, man, appreciate you for that.
Well, man, love you too, man. No doubt. I've been seeing you goddamn kicking ass. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. Let me calm down. I've been seeing you kicking butt for a minute, man. Kicking butt,
Yeah,
still going strong. And you over here in Columbia doing your thing. So for
yeah,
y'all right here in the States, in the same county with the properties, where the properties are at, and you can't do a deal, guess what? It's you.
yeah,
It's you, definitely.
yeah. Hey, another thing too, Mr. Transaction Engineer. I told you I'm in Texas, right? But
Right.
we actually, me and my partner, we had came across a property in New Mexico. So this couple was actually going through some of the similar situations, and that's when we figured out that each state is different. Each state have a certain amount of funds. So for those that are dealing with pre-foreclosures and you do not know how to deal with these pre-foreclosures, get with myself or get with Mr. Transaction Engineer, because I actually broke it down to him as well. So he knows how to do it as well. But you definitely, it's certain
Right.
documents you have to have in place, and each state is different. So just because we're not in your state, we still can assist you with the process, because real estate is basically a universal language. And with that being said, you have to be able to know what the cap is, and things like when did they fall behind and things like that. That was very important. So the property in New Mexico wasn't qualified for the program that's in New Mexico that they have available, because they quit paying like in December of 2019. So it was pre-pandemic. So we couldn't use the funds that's available from that particular funding program to bring it current. So that one was like, it gave us an opportunity to read all the fine print, at least
Yeah.
for one of the programs, because with Texas everything went so smoothly. To be honest with you, I didn't read all of the fine print, because I had certain documents that got me right in. The people that I was dealing with, this was post pandemic problems that they was dealing with, so it wasn't any red tape for me. And then they was under the margin, that the cap that they have that they would give to you. So it was just so many things that was working in my favor, that it worked. It was another property that it didn't work on as well, because they had a foreclosure date that appeared. So that's another thing. Don't wait till the last minute, you guys. Thinking that you're just gonna figure out the way to deal with these pre foreclosures, and is a time frame on it. So pre foreclosure is basically a property that doesn't have a sale date. So what I'm looking at is properties that did not have a sale date that I was able to assist these people with.
So did y'all hear that? Did you guys hear that? Rewind. If you just joined us now, rewind. He just gave you $1 million worth of game right here. a
Definitely.
million dollars worth of game. If you deal with any pre-foreclosures and they're behind on payments, we know how to access the funds. Now, every state is different, but we know how to access the funds to catch up the back payments. There's a couple steps you got to do. So if y'all out there, you looking to partner up, you can call us at the office 770-334-9311. Call or text. Let's partner up on some deals. If you're out in Texas or you want to partner up with my brother Lupi, how can they reach you?
Yeah, man, it's very simple. You can reach out to me on Instagram or just hit me up 310-867-9171.
And we don't know how long these funds will be available, y'all.
Yeah,
But
because the number's been
they're
adjusted.
available.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they've been adjusted.
and they're getting lower. Because one state, what state was that? Oh, what state was that? Louisiana. We had a deal in Louisiana. I'm sorry, people in Louisiana. I'm sorry, it's a wrap. They don't even have no more funds. I had a deal over there. I meant to tell you about that, Luke. Had a deal over there. We reached out, nothing. It's gone. They done took all the
Mm.
money. So
Let's
them
see.
people over there, they was up on it.
Out here. Well, I'm not out here. I'm in Colombia, but out there in Texas, where I do business at, because physically I'm not there. But yeah, in Texas, man. It was when I was making the calls to the so it's a call center, you guys. You don't really talk to the actual company. You talk to people at the call center, and they kind of make sure you have all of the proper documentation into the system, so you don't ever get to talk to anyone that actually is a decision maker with the funding program. When I would call them for these two different properties, they was like, yeah, oh, that's all they owe. Well, you don't have to worry, because they were paying people properties that was 80, 90,000 behind. But
Woo.
now, yeah, so that's what they was telling me at that moment. But when I went on the website, once the property with New Mexico was kind of crumbling up with that particular funding program, that's what made me look at the fine print on Texas, and that's when I seen they was capped off at about 50 or 60,000, something like that. So it was funds still available for the Texas area, so Texas region. So as far as, I don't know what they are now, but I'm looking to get some more pre foreclosures. Shout out to my boy David from Deal Machine, because they do list pulling and stuff from out there, man. That's my boy. So he looking out for me with some pre foreclosures. And then just
Dude.
having driving for dollar leads. It was actually a driving for dollars leads that I was using that app for, and it was a 3 year. It was like a two or 3 year follow up that got that deal. And not to mention, she did sign the property over, so we did get the house for free because it was sub two. But we did kick the property owner. Uh, we kicked the property on the back 8 grand. Lovely lady, man. I told her I adopted her, and she was my auntie and the whole nine, man. I had to evict her nephew out the house. He actually had the property subject to it, didn't know what to do with it. Man, she gave the house to me, a pretty house. Man, I had to evict him, start the
Oh,
process
I remember
under the company.
that.
Yeah, because I was telling the people, I'm like, hey man, I was telling the mortgage company. So this is the thing, everyone. For those that have been dealing with pre foreclosures and you may not know why you didn't get this information, is because the market was so hot, the people was able to take the properties back and sell it. You get what I'm saying? Because the market was so hot. So they wasn't, hey, we got this funding program and you can use this to get your house brought back up. And guess what? You can keep your house. They're not telling people that. So they was just letting people lose the houses. But some people was actually showing empathy and telling people. But for the most part, I had to ask the people at the mortgage company, like, hey man, this is my aunt. What can we do to bring this thing current? What other options do we have? You get what I'm saying? Because I was trying to do everything, because she had just given me the house now. So I was trying to figure it out with having to come up off the 18 grand, or having to worry about finding somebody to bring the 18 grand. You know how we do it. You get what I'm saying, with those rent to own signs and stuff like that. So, I was trying to figure out a way to bring it current first, then figure it out later. That way I can make a profit on the front end, get the three-way pay. I didn't want to just get two ways.
Now, look, for people who may be a novice and just heard you say you bought the house sub to or subject to, what is that? Buying a house
Um,
subject to.
Basically not assuming the mortgage. Most people would think you talking about assuming the mortgage, but no, it's taking over the property subject to the existing mortgage, the existing note. The debt stays in the property owner name. You make sure it's paid on their behalf, and in that during that period of time, you make sure you have complete control, and you give someone else possession periodically.
Now, did you have to go to the banking qualified to buy this house?
No, it was basically qualifying questions that I had for the property owner, which led her to saying, "Yeah, I would give you the house."
Okay, so you didn't have to show your W-2s, your 3 month bank statements to pull your credit.
Man, why you want to do me like that? You know I don't know what no W-2 is.
I'm just putting on, man, because you got people out, man, you can't do this stuff.
I'm about to ask you. I'm about to ask you what a W-2 is, man. Don't do me like that.
Okay? But listen, I think this, I don't know, man. It's been a long time for me myself. But listen, yo, some people say this stuff, so buying houses subject to is illegal. First of all, if it's illegal, I want you to get a settlement statement. If you ever bought a house or sold a house, or if you know somebody that has, tell them to send you their closing doc, their settlement statement, their HUD-1. And I want you to look on there. Usually it's on the right side. And it'll say subject to, right on the settlement statement. So if it's illegal, why would they put it on the settlement statement, folks? Come on. Think.
And man, I learned that you can have different subject tos. It's just not subject to the existing mortgage. Whatever you have in your agreement subject to, you can add that after subject to, because you're basically is subject to, and then whatever you all agree upon. So
Right.
yeah, y'all have to understand, man. It's all about being able to ask proper questions and then come to an agreement that makes sense for both parties. But don't spread yourself thin or overshoot your shot. And when there's other options that could benefit, both you and the actual property owner. We trying to add as much value to the marketplace and the community, man. And that was basically, the house was built in 2003 or 2004. It's a two-story house, brick and vinyl. Had backyard, no neighbors, deck in the back. Man, it was just an amazing house, man. I didn't have to. We actually went over the numbers. We actually had our business meeting out here, our first annual company meeting out here. So my partner, he actually flew out here for a weekend, and we went over the HUDs and things like that. And we was just going over the expenses for that property, on what we put into the property to resell the property. For I'm going to tell y'all the numbers on the property. So I had to get the yard cut a couple of times and get some weeds and stuff pulled up. It was like this rubber thing that needed to be put in the toilet. And then I paid for cleaning a couple times. Then I went twice a week and was emptying out the house because they had trash run twice a week. Altogether, we spent about $700. You get what I'm saying? With court costs, evicting the nephew and all that stuff, we spent about 700. And to get the brand new house, it was a house that if I wanted to, I could have moved in, or I could have just kept it and did a long-term rental play with it. But we was able to get the property subject to. She owed about 169 or something like that. But she was behind 18,000. I ended up putting it on the market and selling it for 245. The ARV was like 266. So the guy came in that bought it. He came into it with equity, and he was buying it to live in, and it wasn't an FHA or anything like that. So turned around, gave the property owner 4,000 up front, and then once everything was cleared, the taxes that was paid for the prorated taxes for the year, and some other fees that was paid from interest towards the interest of the mortgage of the property, she actually got that back as well. So it's another 4,000 and some change that she got back off that. So in total, she got the $8,000 that I told her that I would make sure she got back.
Wow.
So she ended up making some money off of it, even though she just signed the house over to me, and she was very cooperative the whole time, gave me complete control. Man, shoot, I had to give her back control of the property just to deal with the homeowner assistance fund. So yeah, it was pretty cool just learning that whole process.
Man. So what y'all make on the profit spread?
All together, shoot, it was 45 minus the 8. Then we paid realtor fees. Man, don't get me lying to you. Shoot.
20 or something. 20, 25?
Hell no. It was way
30.
more than that. No, it was way more than that. I can't think. I got the Look it up. But yeah,
Let us see a view right there, man.
huh?
Can you move your laptop so we can check out that view? Can you take it outside?
Oh yeah.
Y'all
It's
listen, man. This what
crazy.
happen when you this what happen, y'all, when you follow up and handle your business.
It's
You can go
crazy.
to
It's
Colombia for months like Lupi
crazy out here.
and still get paid. Wow. Wow, that is beautiful, man. Look at the mountains, man. Wow. That's amazing. What part of Colombia you in? Medellin?
Yeah, I'm in Medellin, Colombia, man.
Medellin.
Very, very, very cool area where I'm at, man. I'm over here where I'm at. It's kind of like Beverly Hills. But yeah, man, I'm still marketing. So we have marketing going out right now. We have marketing still going out Monday through Saturday. So nothing is stopping. We're still doing the same thing. Wi-Fi is great out here. That's another great thing. So we have amazing Wi-Fi. I'm in a wonderful area. I actually came out here not only to have our first annual business meeting, came out here to find some cold callers as well, some bilingual speakers because I'm in Texas and we have Mexico right there. It's a lot of we have a heavy Spanish population, so why
Wow.
not come out here and try to provide some jobs for some people? I'm gonna be doing a donation as well, so I'll be documenting that as well. I'll be doing a donation on giving away some food, so I'll go buy some food and stuff like that, and do a donation to to some people that's less fortunate while I'm here as well. So I'll be here for a minute.
Man, that's dope. That's what's up, man. Let me see if we got any questions, man. Let's see. Let me see. Chris, what's up? Chris STL. Brother Chris.
What's
Button
happening,
the
Chris?
road.
I ain't seen Chris in a minute. Last time I seen Chris was when he came to Houston. Yeah, he pulled up to that house the other house I took over subject to. We were sitting on top of the roof, Chris. We were sitting on top of the roof, Chris, and I ain't talking about the restaurant. Hey, we was on top of the roof.
What y'all were
Jamal,
doing,
what's
man?
happening? I see the passport. Oh, I see the other boy got the passport. Yup. We using that passport and we ain't doing nothing else. We using it. This
Jerome, what
transaction.
you doing on that passport, man? Jerome said my go-to spots for real estate in Colombia will be the following cities: Santa Marta, Armenia, Cali, or Caramamanga. So,
Hey,
dang.
so I'm gonna be looking at real estate while I'm out here as well, man. And one thing that I can say is the real estate is really it's popping out here, and it's a lot of expat movements going on around here because like I said, the Wi-Fi is amazing. So it's a lot of in and out with backpacker travelers and people that shoot content and other expat travelers because I like the man like the Wi-Fi. I have not had any. I've had amazing Wi-Fi the whole time I've been here. So yeah,
Oh, the Wi-Fi good?
man, the Wi-Fi is amazing. That's why a lot of people come out here, man. A lot of expats, a lot
Wow.
of travelers, backpackers, and stuff like that.
Yeah, I
Concrete.
gotta have that Wi-Fi now.
Yeah, the Wi-Fi is the truth. So being able to be right here, man, I sit on the balcony, man, and enjoy the view. Man, I'm sending out text messages. Well, we sending out text messages, and me and my partner we responding to text messages and things like that. So it's been great.
Chris said the fortune is in the follow-up. You was right about that, baby.
Yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure.
Jerome said most of the fearmonger YouTube real estate folks are commercial when speaking on subject too with a little to no knowledge. Man, these people, but they just here, man. People just selling courses, man. A lot of these folks don't really do this stuff,
Yeah,
man.
you got to do it
They just market good. They
because
just
one
market good. I've been doing
huh?
this stuff a long time. I know the gurus and the people who've been doing this stuff forever.
The
And
people
a
that's
lot of
doing
these people, man,
it.
a lot of
Hey,
these people, man, I ain't never seen before.
hey, man, I remember when you first was telling me, man, hey, man, you better start messing with these pretty houses, and you showed me how to mess around with them expired listings and stuff like that, man. And the Fizbos just start diving, going after those pretty houses. Like right when the pandemic hit, that changed my whole life. So, man, like I told you, bro, I love you. I appreciate it, man. That was the most valuable information that I could have ever gotten from somebody, because of you. I had got my first house for free. Wasn't even my name. I got it for free.
And you know, most people just teach the ugly house business. But you incorporate both sides, the ugly houses and the pretty houses. Guys, you're doubling your income.
Yeah, yeah, and to be honest, and to be damn, ain't no water here. And to be honest, man, you could do sub two with land, ugly houses, and if you're in a place like I'm in Houston, man, shoot, man, them like the Hispanic community, man, they'll get them houses sub two. I mean, they'll pay lease options and rent their own on them houses all day and do all the work while they living there. So you know, depending on what area you are in, you know, sometimes, man, even shooting your shot at the ugly houses or land, like you never know.
Chris said, did you use a lawyer for the eviction? He said he had to pay 2,000 up there in St.
No,
Louis.
no, I didn't use a lawyer. I went to the precinct. There was no agreement between her and the nephew, and title had been changed, and I was the new owner. And I didn't have an agreement with him either. So it was simple. You know, he had, you know, a few days to get out, and then I had to do the writ of possession, which was about $200, you know, for the officer to come out and open the door and walk through the house to make sure that he was gone and stuff. You know, after he was notified that he had to vacate. But no, you know, I really could have sued him and got that money, got that little bread back from a man for the inconvenience, because like, yeah, he wasted a little time, but you know, it worked.
Chris said he just closed on a new bill subject to 2022.
Yeah,
Congratulations,
man.
man. You gonna move in there. What you
Congratulations.
gonna do with
Congratulations.
it?
Have you moved in any of your subject twos, Chris? Because I moved in that. I moved in a. Stay away from El Poblado, dude. That's where I'm at. What is you talking about, bro? I'm riding, bro. I got armed security and all type of stuff, bro. I've been chilling. I don't know what you talking about. I'm in El Poblado,
This where you at now?
man. I'm in El Poblado. I'm in an apartment. I ain't in a hotel. 24-hour security and everything. It's two motorcycle dealerships and a car dealership up under here, and I'm sitting next to the biggest mall. And it's a preschool right here in front of me. So yeah, I'm chilling. I don't know what you talking about.
Yeah, it's
I
boss
don't know
over
what
there.
type of experience you have, but I'm moving totally different. And I've been here for a few weeks now. And I've been touching some land around here. Like I ain't just been sitting in the house, and I ain't been partying either. I've been moving around and really getting embraced by the culture out here, man. All the way to the food and all that.
Chris said he moved in one on about what is it? I live in a sub two I bought for 970. He
Damn.
bought and he pays 979 a month. 3 bed, 2 bath.
Now
Finished
nine
basement.
79 period. He
Yeah.
say he bought it for $1,000. He ain't say a month. It's a 979. That's it. Hey, confirm that. Did you get it for $1,000? Did it have a mortgage left on it, or did you just got a full finished basement? So yeah, man, you taught me about that, man. It's been a wrap. So while I'm out here, man, I already been in an apartment out here. I had a driver. She's cool. Her and her daughter, man, they let me come over there to their house, and I shot some content over there as well. So y'all will be seeing some content coming from me about from Medellin. Y'all just have to stay tuned. But man, they have some cool apartments over here. I don't know about having a house, but out here in Medellin, having a nice apartment is what it is. And then while you're not here, you can actually put it on short-term rental platforms, and it should do fairly well because of the amount of traveling that's going on out here. And like they still have a lack of real estate out here. They're still building new high rises all around here. And where I'm at, I'm in the most expensive spot in Medellin.
Man, it's beautiful over there. Chris said he just bought it for closing costs, but he paid
Oh,
979 a month.
oh yeah, you did what you were supposed to do with that.
Oh yeah. He made it do what it do, baby.
But
Hey,
yeah, man, huh?
go ahead.
What you about? Now go ahead. No, you got 100 questions. What you got with us?
Oh, He said he mid-term and short-term rentals. Okay.
Yeah, man, short term rental, man. That shit was like baby. It was like babysitting for me. So I was like, man, let me put the brakes on that because that it took me off my main focus, and my main focus was me catapulting the wholesaling aspect to the next level. Not only that, but also making sure that I was utilizing the creative financing strategies to the best of my abilities. And short term rental was more for someone that was ready to get into the hotel business, and that just really wasn't my ideal situation. Now, if I would have been headstrong more about the midterm rental business sounds a lot more of my speed because you was not having you would not have party goers. You'll be having the travel nurses, and they will stay long term, and they just need a place to stay. So the only reason why I couldn't do it because the property that I had was so valuable, and most of the people that was coming for midterm rentals was nurses, and they had pets. So that right there was like everybody wanted to bring they pet, and it wouldn't have been the ideal situation for that property. That property was worth almost a half a mil.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, Chris, you've been there. You saw it. My house that I moved in, man, I put it on Airbnb, and it booked for like 6 months. I moved out. It booked for like 3 weeks the moment I put it online before the end of the night. Man, I moved out that thing in a day and a half. So
wow.
Yeah,
Must be a hot area, man.
Nah, it was where I was at. It was a lady that had we had a freeze and the pipes burst in the house, so she had an insurance claim going on. And after I already had it was like 3 people that had booked my house for about 3 weeks. I was ready to. I had already moved out. I say, shit, I'm gone. If this finna do like the other house, I'm gone that quick. I'm gone. So I moved out. Then we had a freeze. Once the freeze came, we had a company that had came out here and was fixing on people's stuff, and then after they left, this lady had booked the house month after month for like 6 months, and shoot, I was like, man, forget that house. I don't want that house back. You know what I'm saying? And it was right across the street from another brand new house, my first subject to house. So it was just cool, just having two houses right across the street. They were both 2018. It was 2020. It was a cool accomplishment for myself. Less more, wasn't a flex. It was a real accomplishment for me, man. And like I tell you, man, I appreciate you for that.
That's tight, man. No doubt. Any last words, man, you want to say to any new real estate entrepreneurs looking to get started?
I would say
no, I wouldn't say get started. What words you have? I'm sorry to cut you off. What words you have for somebody who doesn't look that? Yeah, this for y'all. They've been to 100, then took 5 courses, 2 coaches, or 3 coaches. Then they done took 5. They done took the subject to course, 3 wholesaling courses, and I had 2 or 3 mentors, and still ain't closed a deal. Man, what kind of advice can you tell them?
They would really need to deep dive into some personal development, because it's not the teachers or the mentors. It'll be them at that moment, because just with the little knowledge that I got from free content on YouTube, it took me above and beyond within a short amount of time. So I think it has to. I would say it would have to be a mindset thing. So going back through the motions of figuring out, did you really go through a paradigm shift? Are you really coachable? Are you a good student? You start figuring. You have to ask yourself those questions, and I think that would tell you if you would actually go to the next level and be able to get that first deal. Because it can't be all the coaches and all the mentors. Like I done got some crappy information from some people, but the little nugget that I got out of all of the crappy information, is what led me to being where I'm at today. Like I went to a Than Merle event, and that's what led me to just diving into it. I went to a Than Merle event, a Fortune Builders event, And I was sitting in there with like 17,000 on me, you know what I'm saying? And the dude was telling me about a mentorship, and he was telling me I need to give him $30,000 for somebody that I was never gonna meet. I was just gonna talk to him on the phone. And when I was like, "Hey, I ain't gonna get to know where his mama stay," he was like, "Nah, you don't need this. This ain't for you." And I was like, "I got 17,000 on me right now, and I can go get the rest of it. You talking about?" He was like, "Man, go get these books." And I went and got those books, and I got on YouTube, and I came across your channel and a few other people's channel, and I closed my first deal, you know, and I closed them. I closed a few of them back to back to back with some basic information, not knowing anything about real estate, and using one piece of paper that I got from somebody else's YouTube channel. You know, one contract. You know, I was able to use that one contract, and you know, for a buyer and a seller, and man, you know, two pieces of paper, man, you can't beat that.
That mean you were really hungry, man. Cause
I don't even think it was that I was hungry, man, because I was like I told you, I was sitting in a, you know, Fortune Builders event with 17,000 in my pocket. You get what I'm saying? So I don't even think that it had anything to do with being hungry. You know, I think I was ready for a change in my life. You know what I'm saying? The way I was living, it wasn't it. You know, you can have all the money in the world, but if you ain't living right, you know, it may have an effect on you. You know, some people feel the effects, some people don't. I was one of the ones that felt the effect because there was a lot of people dying around me. You know what I'm saying? I want to change that. I want to paint another picture. I had to do that fast. So it wasn't about the hunger. I just needed that change.
the hunger for change.
Well, shit, that's what it was. Shit, and man, you put me on so many people like Bob Proctor and stuff, man. You've been a major reason for my elevation, man. And hey, you put me on meditation. You put me on to the Michael Beckwith and stuff, right?
That's
So
my boy.
so
That's
look,
my
man.
guy. Michael Beckwith, y'all. Listen to him, please.
Hey, people
Michael
don't know.
Bernard
So,
Beckwith.
but if y'all follow Mr. Transaction Engineer, y'all know that he's big on personal development and stuff as well. He shows the events that he goes to. But one day he hit me out the blue. Mr. Transaction hit me out the blue. He always sending me stuff on like almost a every other day basis. But he sent me an event, a free event with Michael Beckwith and a couple other people, and it was like a personal development, but it was more spiritual to get you in tune with yourself, right? So man, they had a meditation segment in it, and it had came with the breathing treatment and stuff like that. So it was cool. So I came out here to Medellin, and while I was out here, I was setting up different events for me to go to, and I went to this meditation session with this guy that had posted it on Airbnb. So I actually went to the meditation session, man, and it was amazing, man. My foot fell asleep, and I thought it died over. I thought I had no leg no more. he said your body might feel numb, blah blah blah, while you doing the techniques. And I was sitting Indian style, and I was like, man, I can't feel my legs. He was like, stretch your leg out. So I grabbed my leg with my head. I stretched my leg out. I say, man, look at my foot. It ain't moving. I got to move the whole. I say, man, is that normal? He said, yeah, it's normal. It's probably just sleep. I said, this ain't sleep. It ain't tingling today. He said, sleep. Just lay back. So I lay back. My foot came back, baby, and I'm walking. So yeah, man, I appreciate you, man. You didn't put me onto some things to where that I had some amazing experiences. Continue on the path, and you know, going on the journey on my own, and like going on a session with the meditation and stuff. I was able to share some, you know, some what I went through out here with that, man. So man, I appreciate you, bro.
No doubt, man. Yeah, it's Michael Bernard Beckwith, man. He was in a movie called The Secret also. He's spiritual, man. He's not like no religious stuff. It's not Christian. It's not Muslim. Spirituality, man. What Jesus was and what Muhammad and everybody was when they came and they studied the spiritual law. That stuff. They wasn't how Jesus was gonna be a Christian. It wasn't even no Christianity before Jesus got here. These people put it all in and said it's Christianity. Boom. These people got that Moses and Buddha all on. Boom, boom. This they everybody their religion. This is for that money. But spirituality, man, that's what you want to tap into.
Yeah,
Know why
man.
we do what we do and what moves the spirit, what moves God, man. Hey,
Man, that
God
was,
said don't put no other image before me. So you can't look at if anything I heard say they God and you see it, the God, It's a lot because nobody ever seen him. So he can. How you got an image of him? Come
Yeah.
on, think. Man, thank you so much, Lupi, man. Love you, brother, man. Keep rolling.
Yeah, man.
And
Love you back, man. Keep what you say. Keep going and growing, man. That's what we doing. And out here, man, is out here, man, in Medellin, they say it's the city of eternal spring, so it's always spring out here, man. Like right now, it's winter out there in the states, it's summer out here, but here in Medellin, it's always springtime. So, man, right now, I'm just focused on planting as many seeds as possible. You get what I'm saying? It's gonna be a cold summer.
woo, literally.
Shit.
All right, brother. Talk to you soon.
All right, everybody. Peace.